Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever in the world you may be. I am out for my morning minute walk. As you can see, I'm walking down a good street. I've been walking for a few minutes now, a little while before coming on. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm gonna keep kicking rocks. So today's morning minute. Today's morning minute, I'm going to talk about. Pay attention to where you're walking. Yeah, you need to make sure to do that too. It's not going to last long with me holding it high like this, but I'm just doing it for now because I don't use like a gimbal or anything because these things are just too bulky. They're too big. And I don't like trying to walk with them, and they're too heavy. So I just use my phone and my hand and my arm and record myself, which is why it be shaky. So y'all know what it is. This morning minute, I don't really know how to describe some of the things that are happening right now. It's not even right now. It's been happening over the course of the last let's say last year since I started my business, right? When we started the business, because I'm not doing this business by myself, I have a business partner that's just that 100% my business partner. You might hear me use the word I a lot, and it's just because that's just the way I'm talking because I'm by myself right now. I hate these demon cats so much. They're so sneaky. Hate cats. Anyway, so ever since I started this business, some strange things have been going on. Now, some folks will say to me, good morning. Some folks will say to me, oh, you didn't know? People copy everything in Ghana. The moment they see you do something, they're going to copy it. This is true, 100%. But you know who else likes to copy everything? Black Americans. Not original thought in there, which is so strange because I meet so many people full of so many ideas, and some, not most, but some pursue their ideas and turn it into a business, which is fantastic, right? Others take, good morning. I guess maybe I should just talk about it. When I say I'm talking about our business, right? But I've had so many strange things happen. The first time, with the very first website we had, and I put way too much information on the website, obviously. Some girl, this broad, schedules a consultation, pays for the consultation, mind you. Back then, actually, I don't even think I was charging for consultations. This is before I realized how shady so many people were. This is why I started charging a fee. And how many people were wasting my time. But she scheduled a consultation, and, I took time to talk to her. And what she wanted to know was how the business worked. So I'm thinking I'm helping her understand how we help them, those who are coming from outside wanting to live in Ghana. Not even a month later, all of a sudden, she's on people's YouTube videos talking about what she does. And what she does was identical, everything to what I said to her. And then the website they had that sprung up out of nowhere took all the verbiage, word for word, directly from my website and put it on hers. That was the first time I experienced someone taking something and just claiming it as their own. Mind you, real estate is the low-hanging fruit. Anybody can do it. Anybody can try to play the game. Anybody, especially here where it's completely 100% unregulated, right? Here in Ghana, in Africa, but in Ghana in particular. You know, I can't say for other African countries, but definitely for Ghana. It's completely unregulated, so you can come in and say whatever, however. Most of these people doing any type of like real estate stuff, very few of them have actual businesses that are registered. Very few of them know what they're doing, right? So it's kind of like, okay, fine. You want to copy? Be my guest. So then, you know, right around the same time, we were working with a client who was just doing the most. And like, she was, back then I had my BlackUnicorn Academy, and I would have webinar calls with the Academy members. And I wish I would have recorded these calls so you could see how two-faced people are. On the call is like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I'm so glad you're here to be a resource for us. Oh, this is just fantastic. Nothing but accolades. When she turned around and told me a few months later that this is right before she was scheduled to come here with her kids, that she gave some dude who said he was in customs her children's passport, biometric information, took scans of them and everything, and he's gonna pick them up from the airport and get all her belongings to her for cheap. I said, have you verified that he actually works there? Do you know for sure he works there? No, but this is his number, this is his name. Can you verify for me? Okay, me and my partner will take care of it. My partner found out that this dude was a total fraud. You know, he could have been doing anything, like about to snatch her kids from her as soon as she dropped. You know, and he told her once she dropped, she had to give him her passports. The passports for her and her girls. And once I found out what was happening, that this guy was a total fraud, I told her, and then she clapped back at me. So I popped off on her because I was like, those are kids. If it's you, I really don't care. But little girls don't deserve to be pimped out because they mama's stupid, right? So all that happened. And so I was like, okay, we got to be more selective about who we work with and how we work with them. Mind you, when all this was happening, we already had other clients in the pipeline, including, this is why I'm telling this story, got a whole road. Idiot. Whole road. And this fool tries to drive a child. I can't sometimes the way they drive. These taxi drivers, I swear to God, they be trying to kill you. So I had a senior call me, crying, begging me to help her, telling me she doesn't have much money, she's on fixed income, she's disabled, all this. So we kind of felt sad for her. And like she's like our grandmother because she looked like she's 100. And so it's like, okay, let's help her. So we discounted our services for her by like 70%, okay? Just to help her get here. She gets here. Turns out she's a full-on alcoholic. Literally can drink a whole bottle of gin by herself in like 2 hours. Like at nighttime. I drink two drinks with gin in it. I'm drunk as a skunk, showing my ass and acting a whole white girl fool. And I'm like, oh, hell nah. I'm never drinking this shit again. I'm not playing this game. But I never saw someone drink so much. And she'll go to the store and buy 4 or 5 bottles of gin. They'll all be gone by the end of the week. So I'm like, okay, this is weird, but okay, whatever. It's none of my business. But she showed so many red flags that we ignored it because she was old. Turns out, after she started trying to cuss people out, screaming, talking about they abusing me, this person's abusing me. No, that person told you you're a drunkard and you need to stop drinking so much because when you get drunk, you show your ass at the apartment complex. So please stop it. Man, these whole stories, when they be coming out, I got all the receipts on all these people, right? I got all the receipts. This is Ghana. You're always being watched. That's just how Ghana is. Like, everybody's watching what's happening, which is, I kind of like it, because if something goes down, they can describe who the hell did it, right, to the T. Because somebody's always watching, and they always want to talk about it, so, but this person now has been going around telling people that my guy is beating on me, that I'm in an abusive relationship, telling people that I called the police on her. What? They're telling people just the craziest ass stories about me. And what makes it so jacked up is that these folks in the Federation here believe everything they hear. You meet me, instead of talking to me, you just giving me the stank eye, looking at me crazy and talking shit behind my back. You know how you can feel people are talking about you, but you still be sitting there like, you don't even know me to talk about me, so I'm not gonna pay you no never mind. And so that happened to me several times. It wasn't until recently that I realized what this woman was doing. This woman has gone so far as to copy what we do in our company to the T, including down to the emails that I was sending her using the exact same verbiage. And then going as so far as emailing it to every YouTuber that ever talks about Ghana, every American that's in Ghana that says anything about Ghana on their YouTube channel, even if it's just one video, sending them all this same introduction email with the wording and verbiage she got from BlackUnicorn Properties. And then saying that she was able to come out here all by herself, hadn't got no help, no assistance, no nothing.
Total distance 1 mile. Total time 20 minutes and 25 seconds. Split pace 20 minutes 25 seconds per mile.
Good morning. After this woman played broke, we paid for a couple nights for her hotel, everything. Stuff we went above and beyond to try to help her. Bought her food, everything. All while being played. Being played the whole time, allowing for emotion to trump, realistic business practices. That'll never happen again. But that happened. But now she's going around doing this. So for me, I feel so betrayed by that because of all the things that we did for this person and how she's pretending as if BlackUnicorn Properties did nothing for her and helped her in no way. The only reason she's here now is because the assistance that she got from us and almost got it for free because it was so cheap to her. Now, in between that, we had great clients. We were placing people, helping them with their visas, helping them go shopping and where to find appliances and all this stuff, as long as they were open to it and wanted to do it. We do all these things, helping them with the utilities, all that stuff, phone, all that stuff. Whatever you need help with, we're going to help you with. If you already got it, you got it, cool. No worries. And then being there for you when you have questions and stuff. This is all the stuff we do for people who work with us to repatriate to Ghana. And we're looking for their their housing and stuff. So we've done that with past clients and with the current clients we have now that have been coming in since September. Will continue to come in till December. And so end of November. So yeah. So we do that, right? And we build relationships with people. And these relationships are extremely important because you need to know who you're dealing with, right? Especially after that chaos that we dealt with this person. But, okay, so she's going around doing that. It's so bad that other YouTubers are like, wait a minute, what is going on? Not many, but, one in particular reached out to me. And y'all see him on my channel. He reached out to me and was like, what is this? I was like, you gotta be kidding. And then somebody else was like, I just got this. And I'm like, what? Okay, this is too much for me. And within the course of a couple days. So I was like, okay, this is cool. So I told you about this lady and about the one who was about to get her kids pimped out. So now I'm going to add a third one in there. So the one who was about to get her kids pimped out, she decided that she was scared to come to Ghana now. Good morning. And that she was going to try to get all my payment methods shut down by saying I was defrauding her. Now, my communication with people is almost always recorded because of that type of shit, including my communication with her, all the emails, all the text messages, all the calls. So I was fighting that because I was like, this is bullshit. She used the services. She participated. She has these communications, all this, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all now, when you do business in this part of the world with people who are in the West, in America, because they don't do this, the Europeans give folks the benefit of the doubt if they have a business in Africa. But in the US, if you have a business in Africa, they think anything and everything is fraud. So it's a constant battle. And so very recently, I had the devil's wife come to see land for a client who purchased. Good morning. And I tell all clients who purchase land from us, you can put down the deposit, that's fine. But please come to see this land before you pay anything else. Because you have a payment plan set up, which allows you more than enough time to buy a ticket to come to Ghana and see the land. Begging, emails, calls, text messages, asking folks to come see the land. Oh, no. It's okay, I trust you. That's fine. But if shit go down, you're going to act a fool. No, it's going to be fine. So you buy the land, you send the devil's wife to look at it for you, and this heifer came out the gate showing her whole giant black ass. And I'm just like, I got this much patience. And so I'm just like telling my guy, this is going to be a problem. She's about to be a problem because she's talking crazy from the beginning. Like, it just makes no sense. And things that should have been paid for by the client, we paid for. Like the transportation, like the pillars for the demarcation. This wasn't included in the price. We just did it out of courtesy because the devil's wife was causing so much drama. And it was like, okay, let's calm this woman down because she clearly doesn't want to be in Ghana, clearly hates Ghana. Talk about she's from a fishing village, but hates the ocean. Like, you two-faced as hell. And then be like, record me. Talking and all happy and go lucky about being by the ocean. Yet as soon as the camera goes off, talking all kind of trash about the ocean and your so-called family member who sent your crazy demonic behind to look at the land. And I'm just looking at her like, who is this woman? And then to make it so bad is that when we were on our way back to Accra, they had a very, very bad accident. Now, I actually have recorded this accident. And I've been very hesitant about posting it. Thankfully, no one died. No one died, but a lot of people got severely hurt in this accident where Chocho flipped over and hit another car. And the guys immediately stopped, jumped out to help. And I love this about Ghanaians. When I say this is in the middle of nowhere, and there's nothing but villages that are way deep in the back, can't even see the villages from the road. There's no street lights, there's no nothing. Even though this happened at dusk, right? People came out of nowhere helping, and the guys jumped out the car because it was my guy and then one of the guys that work for us in the car, and they jumped out to help. This demon says, they got enough help. Let's go. I got somewhere to be. I said, what? What? And mind you, she was talking crazy the entire time she was there. That put me over the edge. And I was just like, I told my guy, I was like, this woman, something's wrong with her. Something's seriously wrong with her. And so he's like, okay, let's go. I think it's covered. There's taxis and everybody's here putting people in cars, taking them to the nearest hospital. So people were okay because there were many helping, thankfully, right? Because you can't just call 911 and people will pop up out the blue. The police did finally come, surprisingly. But by the time they came, they had already took several people to the hospital. Again, nobody was dead, but people were cut deeply. It was bad and traumatized and shocked and scared because the thing completely flipped. The whole front was smashed. And it's good morning. It's a shock and amazement that no one died. So I tell that story because I've never seen such a demonic response of, people are in need and we need to go because you need to go to dinner with your friends. And so after that, just showed her behind in the car, talking so much mess. It was absolutely ridiculous. And good morning. Wait a minute, guys. Good morning. And then talking so much mess that I was getting more and more irritated. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop at West Hills Mall. We're going to put you in an Uber. Take you back to your hotel. I'm not going to my hotel. You need to take me where I want to go. You need to do... I was like, I don't need to do nothing. Promise you that. I don't need to do nothing. And then my guy looked at me like, I got this. So I just stopped talking. I was like, I'm done talking. So he took over and was trying his best to deal with her. The disrespect out of her mouth was so deep. It was like, I'm better than you. You're my servant. You better serve me. The entire time. And I was just like, nothing makes me madder than you and you be disrespecting Ghanaians. I really cannot stand that. I cannot stand it. And I have a reaction to it. Because who says that you're better than somebody else? Because you got the dollar to spend? Girl, bye. I got the euro. That's more than $1. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so it's something. But, so you have these crazy situations that go down, and then you never know what's going to come from it after the fact. Why am I telling you guys this story? Because this is real life entrepreneurship, trying to do business with Black people. Now, when we do business with, I hate to say it like this, white folks, you don't have none of this drama. You know why? Because they'll clearly tell you what the issue is. They'll clearly have a back and forth conversation with you about what's going on and allow for the problem to be fixed or allow for a resolution to be had. For me, to even have to say this on my channel, it hurts me. It hurts me to say that my people are so trifling, yet others are not when they come to Africa. Why is that the case? It's mind-boggling, and I have some folks coming for me hard right now. And I'm just like, I'm so irritated by the whole thing, to be perfectly honest, which is why I've been talking nonstop. But the whole thing just completely has me annoyed. Not annoyed enough to go nowhere or start my business. That's not gonna happen. But it has me annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has me really irritated. Hi y'all, please like the video if you're on here. Thank you for leaving a comment. But I'm just doing story time right now because it's just so funny. And then, you know, you can have a client that will spend, because buying land here is a huge and long process, right? It can take up to a year. It can take literally 6 months to a year. And if you can get your documents and everything done in 6 months, that's a miracle. It can take up to a year. So you aim for that year. And you be working with someone for a full year or at least 9 months or so. Payment is made, contracts are signed. Mind you, I said this so many times, but I just got to say it again. American law does not apply in Ghana. It just doesn't. If you sign a contract that was written in Ghana based on Ghanaian law, you are bound by that law, regardless of how payment was made. So if you are in breach of contract, you are in breach of contract. You know, and what happens next, that's on you. You know, but someone else had the audacity to send a demand letter what, 6 months, 3 months, 6 or 4 months after making payment to say, I want a refund. Okay, well, why do you want a refund? What happened? Just give me my money back. And then they'll come and then send some poorly written letter, look like a child type it, demanding their money because they are citizens of the United States of America. My guy saw that and was like, what kind of shit is this? You know, and I was just like, I said, oh, this is funny. So, you know, we promptly shared that with our legal counsel, who laughed at it and was like, what is this? And I was like, so, you know, explain what happened. Like, this has no merit here. None whatsoever, because this is not America. Period. It's not America. So I just am shocked by some of the behavior. And I'm just like, look, you know, the land's here, as described, as pictured. Everything is exactly the same. What is the problem now? Nobody knows. This nonsense, I've never seen anything like it. You know, I've never seen anything like it. And I've seen Black Americans do a lot of low down, dirty shit to each other. But here, my guy had told me, when you all come to Africa, to Ghana, your true nature is exposed. Who you truly are comes to light. And people can see that truly. If you're evil, your evilness is going to come out. If you're kind, your kindness is going to show. You know, who you truly are will come to the forefront here in Africa. And he's right. And so you see who people truly are when they're when they're here on the continent, but also when they're trying to come to the continent and they have so much fear to come alone. You know, you have to bring all your family members, and your family doesn't want to come. Guys, newsflash, most family are not going to come with you to Ghana. They don't want to be here. Most Black people don't want to be in Africa, because who wasn't raised or who didn't see all the bad things going on in Africa if you're in the West? To this day, you can turn on BBC, CNN, and they'll have a story about Ghana's modern day slavery, literally now. And you can see, oh, there's war and famine. There's a food shortage in Africa. A food shortage? I'm looking around like, what the hell shortages they talking about? Because I don't see nothing but food everywhere. So what? There's a food shortage. Oh, the Africans are all gonna die. They're starving. You know the saying, you better eat your food because the kids in Africa are starving. You know, y'all know that saying. Y'all all grew up with it. And it's kind of like, you'll have people from any country in Africa be like, what Africans are y'all talking about exactly? Like, what? You know? So it is insanity. People's true natures come out. But let me be very clear. I share a small portion of what I experience in Ghana on YouTube. Truly the smallest of portions. And even story time today, that is just a pinch of some of the things that go down. And what's sad is that I want to be sharing all the good stuff, right? But there's so much crazy mingled within it that it's kind of like, okay, let me just talk about it, period. You know, and it's so bizarre to me how people on these social media platforms, y'all be watching all the videos, looking at all the people, but not thinking or realizing that people are showing you what they want you to see, number one. Number two, it's always way more complicated and way more difficult to do X, Y, and Z once you're on the ground, especially when you don't know how things work. And folks are running around wanting stuff for free or dirt cheap. You know, when you get your free stuff, when you get your really cheap land, you're constantly nickel dime for everything. So all this free and all this cheap is going to be 10 times more than what you ever anticipated when you're trying to build. I'm talking about people who are trying to build. It's extraordinary to me. And then I'll have people emailing me, or if you have my number, calling or texting me talking about, you know, oh my God, I thought I was able to, you know, rent this place, or I thought this was going to work out, and it did, and I need your help, this, that, and the other. We have clients, and we only take on so many because we're small. So, nah, sorry. If you already got here and got burnt, welcome to Ghana, because they're just getting started. Because you hard-headed, you don't want to listen, and you want everything cheap. And you're going to get exactly what you asked for. Cheap. And cheap is going to come with so much drama. And I feel sorry for you, because you don't want to listen. With that said, y'all don't know who I know here. You don't know who I'm connected to. You don't know how I move around. The experiences that so many have, I don't go through any of that. I really don't. Mine has been extremely good and positive and, well, without hassle. Because you don't know who I know. You don't know how I'm connected. You don't know how I move. You only know what I share to share with you, what I care to show you. I'm walking up a hill, and this part is, I don't know if you can see how rocky that hill is. I'm almost to the top. Yikes. Trying to get to the top. So it's shocking, it's sad, it's so disappointing to me how Black people, African people, how we love to just tear each other down, you know? When I made a video talking about, I think, saying I was getting really frustrated with my driving this truck like it's a 4x4, and it is not. I'm about to tip that truck over. Anyway, I gotta breathe, y'all. Give me a second. Let me catch my backup singers. You see them? Good morning. Walk is exercise. So that video I did about doing business in Ghana, I can't remember what it's called, but it's about my experience dealing with sexism here in Ghana and these pervy old men, and how it's absolutely common knowledge and normal for women working for men in certain positions to be sleeping with them, even if they have a husband or not. And the expectation is you're going to sleep with somebody in order to work your way up. I can tell you right now, not one Ghanaian woman here in tech or even in business has even once said anything to me about, look, this is how you navigate. Let's meet for lunch. Let's talk. It's not what you think. This is what it really is. Not one. And to me, will not want to say anything because it ain't nothing but the truth. And these women here tear each other down instead of bringing each other up and working together. And for me, I'm just confused by it because tech is a world in which very few women are in. Finance is another one. And it's like everywhere else I've been dealing with these two industries, women have come together, especially black women, and white women will help you with no problem, because I have gotten much help from them throughout the course of my career. And Latino women, the only women I've seen that has some, hate or didn't want to help each other were Indian women and Asian women, in particular Chinese women in the field when I'm in the West, so in America or Germany or London or whatever. But black women, if we're in tech, oh shit. It's like, wait a minute, somebody told me you're doing
Total
this.
distance 2 miles. Total time 44 minutes and 43 seconds. Split pace 24 minutes 17 seconds per mile.
I'm listening to my app telling me that how much I walk. But in the West, black women have each other's back hard. I mean, it's very rare for you not to have each other's back if you're both in the tech field. It happens, but it's rare. Here, this is why I feel like you don't really have people truly in tech, because of this weird type of competitiveness. It's like you're permanently in law school or you're permanently in business school. When you're in one of these school type of schools, it's constant competition. And that's what it feels like just navigating in the tech world here. I'm just talking about tech right now. And, women are 100% unfriendly, unsupportive, and just don't work together unless they went to school together. And they are classmates from childhood. And it's like, that's cool and everything, but there's so much more knowledge out there that needs to be shared. And if you're not open to receiving it or open to helping others, why would anybody want to stay in Ghana and do tech if you're a woman? This is a serious question I'm talking about right now, because I haven't given up. No, I haven't given up at all. But I was trying to focus everything on Africa, where I just feel like the focus should be on Europe now, because it's just the amount of support you'll have doing what I do in, I say the Netherlands or Germany or even the UK would be massive, right? And it comes with a lot of funding. And it's just like, but you want to be in Africa, as a black person, as a black woman, as a woman of African descent. You want to be in Africa. You want to do and build here, but yet it's like this huge, you're not wanted because you're from the outside. You're different. And if we can't use you, we don't want to do anything with you. you know. And I'm just putting this out there because this is just all those things that I have been thinking about lately. And so let me see what y'all saying, because I've just been talking. I'm talking like this is a damn diary. Shit. Welcome everybody who joined. I appreciate you guys for joining. No one to say anything because you guys are quiet and listening. No problem. This is just a morning minute while I get my exercise in, and I just talk about the realities of living in Africa and trying to do business with your own. It is something. It is something else. It truly is. But for those of you who like to take my words and misconstrue them, throw it out of pocket, say nonsense, I'm not leaving Ghana. I'm not tired of Ghana. And I'm not quitting what I've started. None of it. At all. I'm just sharing frustrations because everything comes with ups and downs. And that's the reality of being an entrepreneur. That's the reality of doing more than one business at a time. But it's also the reality of trying to do business in a culture in which you don't understand and are trying to learn every day. Because there's a lot there. These fools be drinking early as hell. Good morning. It's so weird. It's like a drinking spot down here, and I just be so confused how they be drinking so damn early. Like, I'm like, ain't you sleeping? Like, didn't you just wake up? What is happening? Oh my Lord. Anyway, guys, this was that reality check, because I really think that if you're coming here to live and you know you want to do business, and if that's the case, then please have an original thought. Please don't sell other people's stuff, and realize that everything's going to take much, much longer here than it would for you anywhere else, or than it would for you in your country of origin, because things are just completely different. Things are done completely differently. The laws are different, you know, so it's just kind of like you have to be made aware of that and understand that doing business with Ghanaian companies, with Ghanaians, or with anybody in Ghana is going to be different than doing business with people in America or wherever you are. You know, you have an American company, you're doing business in America with Americans, and y'all happen to travel as part of that company. You're still bound by the laws of America because it's an American company. Not the case if your company is a Ghanaian company, you know? But I love these challenges because challenges help you to learn and overcome, adjust and pivot. I'm thankful to all the clients we had. Most don't want to come on camera because they feel like their private life is private and they don't want to be on social media at all. And then some who were willing to do it, that we still need to get on camera and talk about their experience. We just have not had the time. We've been busy, you know, and I know some of you seem to be under some weird illusion that I'm like this YouTuber. If I was a YouTuber, I wouldn't have a house to live in. I wouldn't have no data. I wouldn't have nothing. I wouldn't have no food to eat. I wouldn't have jack shit, because my little $100 that I make from YouTube every month. Child, please. That is just no, I can't live off of that. No ma'am. No ma'am. Not at all. What I was gonna buy? A bottle of wine? Child, please. So, you know, I'd be on my hustle, on my grind, and doing a lot of things. But I'm going to keep doing those things. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep sharing my tech knowledge with those who want to hear it. Just like I'm speaking at a virtual event this weekend. Is it this weekend or Friday? I can't remember. I have to look at my calendar. About AI. You know, I'm full of knowledge. I love to learn. I love to do. And I've been part of it and doing it and experiencing it and keeping myself in the community for pretty much 20 years now. This is what I do. It's so deeply embedded within me that I can do it in my sleep. And I enjoy it. So y'all keep coming for me if you want to. And I'll just continue to pivot. I will continue to find joy in your hate. And I will continue speaking truth to power and saying to you, if you want to act a monkey, bring it to Ghana. And we'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. Because Ghana's my home. I don't know where your home is. Ghana's mine. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, guys. I did my full morning minute walk. Got 2 miles in, or was it 2.5? I'll see you once I check the app. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. That was story time. And, you know, there's nothing easy about moving to Africa, but a damn sure is worth it. All right, guys. Bye.